There are so many different types and sizes of boats that it might be confusing to figure out what size of boat is best. Seeing that the question is all a matter of opinion, depending on the factors that affect you personally and where you do your boating. By breaking this opinion down into specific questions, we will arrive at what size boat is going to be best for you, wherever that might be that you find yourself on the water. We can split this into two specific categories right out the gate, being where and what. Where are you boating and what are you doing on the water? Where you are boating makes a huge difference in the size of boat you will want. If you are boating on a lake or on a river, you want to determine how big and how deep that lake or river is. If it's super shallow, then you are going to want a boat that does not draft much, which just means how deep the boat will sit down in the water, and one that has an outboard over an inboard in order to keep from hitting the bottom if it's really that shallow. Boats under 18 to 21 feet will generally only draft about 2 feet or less of water, whereas 21 to 32 feet or so are going to draft up to about 3 feet of water. Then boats from 32 to mid 40s is going to be in that 3 to 5 foot range. Then they just get deeper as the boats get bigger. Something else that is going to affect the size and how deep the boat sits in the water is going to be the style of boat. Flats boats, bay boats, pontoon boats, bass boats, jet boats, and aluminum boats are all going to draft a lot less water than, say, a ski boat, a deep V center console, wakeboard boat, or a cuddy cabin walk-around style boat, which are all designed to set a little deeper in the water for various reasons, whether it be control, size of wake, or just better performance in rougher water. We'll be coming back to the different styles of boats in a minute though, when we talk about what you are going to be doing while on the water. But we need to touch on this rougher water and location a little bit more. The draft is most relevant when we are talking about small lakes, rivers, and calm waters. But when you step into the larger lakes, rivers, and then start the discussion of going offshore in the boat, that is when the conversation changes from being worried about how deep the boat sits in the water to how long the boat is, as well as what the beam is or how wide is the boat, and how high are the gunnels. Obviously, the bigger the boat is, usually the better it will perform offshore or in rough water, like 3s, 4s, 5 foot or larger waves. The length of the boat will help when actually running and on plane. This is because the bow of the boat is going to touch the next wave before coming off the wave it is currently on, allowing the boat to go across the tops of the waves better than a smaller in length boat that has to go up and down over the tops of the waves and down into the valleys of the waves, not allowing the boat to run as much speed. This is something that is a larger factor down here in South Florida, where a lot of people will start boating and going offshore with, say, a 21 foot boat, but after a few years will want to upgrade to the 26 foot size. Then eventually getting up to the 28 to 36 foot range, which people that aren't familiar with the offshore boating will not see the advantages of that bigger boat with twins or even 3 engines. They see the engines and think that it's just ridiculous or overkill. But the rough water factor is what makes the 28 to 36 foot sweet spot for offshore fishing, because it allows you to go out in a lot worse conditions that are still very fishable but would be a lot more dangerous in the 21 to 24 foot boat, as most of us already have to work in our boating adventures around our jobs and other obligations. Most of the time we don't get to choose what day we can go out in, so that perfect 5-mile-an-hour wind and sunny day is usually far and few between, making the 15 to 25-mile-an-hour wind and overcast days with 3 to 5 foot waves the only day you get to go out in. For a lot of people, being limited on their boating because of the weather makes that larger boat more desirable than not. This is in comparison to the 18-foot flats boat that can make it into the backcountry and out into the rivers and canals, where the weather isn't such a deciding factor in when you can take your boat out. Bringing us to the what side of this question, and what exactly are you planning on doing on the water? as well as how many people do you plan on taking out. If you aren't planning on going offshore and you don't want to get in the water and ski, but you have about 10 people that you want to take out, then something like a 20-foot pontoon boat or deck boat is going to suit you the best. When it comes to figuring out the size of boat to fit your what, then after figuring out your where question, it will more come down to how many people you have. The more people you have, the bigger the boat. And that is going to basically hold true across all of the whats that you can come up with. Like when talking about wakeboarding or surfing, the bigger the boat, the bigger the wave, and the more people you can take out as well. But not everybody wants to load the boat up with 12 people, 4 coolers, the kneeboard, skis and tubes, the grill, the umbrellas, the floaties, the lily pad, and a generator. That's not always a relaxing time to them. So a larger boat isn't what you really want. If it's just you and a couple buddies that only care about fishing, then the flats boat, bay boat, or the bass boat is going to be perfect for you. And depending on your location and your budget, you will be able to determine what size boat is going to fit those needs. Like for most things in life, when getting into boating for the first time, the size of boat might also be dictated by your experience and comfort level as well. Most of us start out with the smaller 18-foot or under boats, then work our way up to the larger boats. It's exactly like your first car. When you are learning to drive, you don't want to get in a $200,000 sports car and just destroy it, driving it into things and scraping the curbs. We are much better off with a paid-for beater, and once we get the skills down, then getting into something a little nicer. Starting out with the 18-foot used boat can actually make your time on the water a more enjoyable and better experience when you are learning to drive and handle the boat. This way, when you bump into the dock or hit the bottom, scrape up the gel coat, or bump the front of the boat into the trailer, you aren't as worried about the brand new gel coat getting messed up, which helps you build the confidence that you need to handle the boat. Figuring out your what as being where you are at in your boating career and what you want to do on the water dictates what size boat is best for you. For the water sports fans, the ski boats and the wakeboard boats are going to be your ticket. For the fishermen, the bass boats, bay boats, center consoles, and deep V hauled boats are going to be the best. If you are all about entertaining lots of friends and family, the pontoon boats, deck boats, catamarans, and bigger bow rider boats will suit you best. Determining where you live and what you want to do on the water will show you what size boat is going to be best for you. Remember, boating is a growing part of the boater's life. As we grow in our wheres and whats, the size and style of boat will also change. I think that the biggest thing we should all worry about is getting out on the water and enjoying whatever boat that we have available to us. And we'd love to hear about what boat you have in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button for the algorithm, then check out some of our other videos and visit us at bornagainboating.com. Thank you all for hanging out with us this week, and we look forward to seeing you next week.